Well, hello everybody, it's Bella here from Rach and Bella Crafts. I hope you've all had a lovely day, and we're coming to the end of the 100 days of junk journal ideas. Hasn't it been absolutely amazing? I just want to say a very big thank you to Rachel for organising it, and a very big thank you to all the collaborators that's taken part, because you've all been really amazing. We only had a couple of blips, where people probably had things going on, but the rest was absolutely fabulous. So thank you all very much. And a big thank you to all of you that watched and commented and liked on the videos. And this is now today, the last week. I can remove that now, keep that for Tuesday. We're on week 14 now, and we're doing journal flip-throughs with amazing giveaways, and we're doing that all week. So it kicks off with Rachel yesterday. I'm doing Sunday, which is today, and then we're going to alternate them, and Rachel and I are doing one day and one another day. So I hope you follow along and just enjoy the flip-throughs of all the 3 journals each that we've made. I think actually Rachel's got 4 to show. I'm not sure what Rachel's doing because we've been so busy getting ready for the retreat, and she's been so busy with all the admin as well. So bear with her and bear with me. So it's a lovely day here, so I'm really pleased that it's nice and cheerful. So let's get cracking. So last week was amazing. We had wonderful crafters last week. A big thank you to you all, and here we go. So my giveaway is going to be a prayer journal. I'm not going to open it. It's going to be a surprise for the person that gets the journal, and I shall announce that at the end of this video. So I'm putting that over there ready. Now this is my journal that I made for the sewing journals. I'm afraid I sold the others that I made for the French one and the botanical ones. They've all gone because to be honest, I didn't twig that Rachel was going to do this at the end, but it's not a problem because I've made 3 sewing journals. Okay, so if you'd like to know the measurements, I'm going to measure it for you right now. Okay, so let me just put that straight, and it does bend a little bit, so I'm going to say 6 inches by not quite 15 centimeters, and 9.5 long by, let's have a look, 24 centimeters. Okay, so the mouth of the journal is 7 centimeters by, let's say, 3 inches there. And then we've got a spine, which is, let me see, 1.5, I would say. Oh, let's do it that way. I know I'm doing it upside down, but never mind. And it's about 3.5 centimeters. So 1.5 inches, I should say. So I can put that over there now because I lost it yesterday, but I have found it. And I've done some beautiful embroidery on the front, as you can see. And this is off a little trim that I've got. And I put some lovely lace at the back. And there's Rachel's beautiful kit that I have printed on material here. I've done a little bit of stitching around there, hand stitching, and I've done some hand stitching around here. So I hope you can see that. I'll have to stand up now to make sure I've got it in line. All right, and there's stitching around here as well and down there. So there's a fair bit of stitching on this. Let me just open it so that I can see that I've got it in shot. Let's move it just slightly there. If I keep it there, we should be okay. Right, so we've got a little tuck here with an envelope. I'm just going to whiz through this quickly. I don't want to make it boring. That's out of the kit. Everything is out of the kit. This is from one of the old patterns that I have. And there's my buttons that I made. All right, beautiful. And I've got some embossing on that tag there. I'm going to make sure that button is flat. There we go. I've got some lovely trim down there. Beautiful backing papers, all from Rach and Bella Crafts. That there I've done because it was tearing at the bottom and I didn't want it to come out. So I put some beautiful washi tape on there. Okay, and lovely old paper there, and these are actual old papers. They're not printouts. Okay, so you've seen that. That's an envelope. Okay, I'm not going to take it off, and it goes over the page there, and I've got 5 lovely clay buttons on there that I did as the 100 days project. All right, and I've got some lovely material up there. Aren't these beautiful? They're absolutely gorgeous. That's just an old book page, some tracing paper there, and I've got lots of lace on the edges as well. And I love these. I love what she's done here, the layering. It's all absolutely stunning. That's out of an old ledger book that I've got. Some more, what did I say that was? Pattern paper. There's the ephemera from there. All right, I love that page. I absolutely love it. Rachel did a fabulous job with this kit. Absolutely fabulous. Now, I've just put these in because I made these the day before yesterday. And I've just added these to this journal because they're each now for the other 2 that I've done. So this one I put in and I've stitched right through to make sure it's not flapping about and loose. Okay, so there's lots of material there. Now you can either leave them in or you can take them out and use the material. I would leave them in preferably, but that's entirely up to you. So we've got some lovely little coin envelopes in here. That one's not a coin envelope, but it's an envelope with some lace trim on there. These are gorgeous. I thought they looked rather nice there in the middle. Another pattern piece and some tracing paper. There is a tuck there if you want to put something in there. That's a lovely tag. I love that one. It's got, these are cardboard buttons, and I put glossy accents. In case you're wondering, it's glossy accents on the top, and it's here, and that's what it looks like, glossy accents. Okay, and you get that from Amazon. And that's my glossy buttons. It's an old book page out of a typewriting page. These keep moving about. I don't know why. They don't behave themselves. That was cute. So that went in there nicely. Another page there from these old books that I have. Isn't that lovely? There you go. And this one you saw, I made this on the 100 Days projects. And that goes in there like that. And there's some lace behind there. And let me see if you can see that close up. Some lace. I'm in the window, but I'm never quite sure whether it's really, because I don't know whether it's bleaching it out, but in the camera it looks a little bit, I don't know. So I shall have to, oh, and that goes over the page, that's right. So that goes over the page. And then I glued it down. So there's another tuck there, and there's a tuck there. Okay. That's a lovely one. Pleased with that one. And that says overlock. This is a lovely journal. I'm absolutely thrilled with this journal. Oh, that's the other one that I've just put in, like these. Like that one. So I've just added that one. Now I've glued it down because I didn't want it flapping about. Okay, so that's some swatches there of lace. And there's some swatches there of material. So you've got both there. Now the little tucks there, I haven't put anything in there, but space for you to add to this journal because the cost of posting journals now is so crazy that I'm limiting the amount of ephemera that I'm putting in so that you can add to it yourself. And I'm trying to keep the postage down for you because, well, nearly all my journals go to America, and you know it's going to be quite expensive to post them for them because they pay for their postage naturally. That's lovely. I love that. That's 2 separate pieces of ephemera on there with some book page, and it's German, the German book page behind. Okay. And we're nearly at the end, and I've been putting lace on the edges. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. This is stunning. I love this one. It's got one of my lovely buttons on the top. And this journal is the only one with the clay buttons in. I didn't make any more after that. Haven't had time. You've been so busy. So there we go. And just take that one out and show you that one. I don't know whether I showed you the one at the beginning, so I'll go back and have a little look. Now I know I put that in upside down. I kept looking at it and kept thinking to myself, there's something not right with this. So apologies for that, but you'll have a good laugh. If you do buy this, you can remember that Bella made a mistake. Not surprising what I've had going on here. We've had builders here for 2 months and making stuff for the retreat as well. That's that one. I need to put some things in there, so I'll have to find something to go in there. And that one goes there as well. So there's plenty in there. All right. And a lovely button on there. I love these. They were in the kit as well, and they're absolutely stunning. So I absolutely love that. So this is my lovely #1 sewing journal. I'm going to put a tie around it, but I wanted you to see the front. So it will be tied up, but I haven't yet decided what I'm going to tie it up with. Okay, so I'll just pop that to one side a moment. There's something else I wanted to show you that I've been making. Roxy Creation made these beautiful little bags, and I've fallen in love with them. And they're not lined because you can still see the stitches, and I've made these for the retreat. So I've got lots of different ones, bigger ones, smaller ones. Isn't that lovely on there? Isn't that beautiful? I will be making more after the retreat to go in my shop if you're interested. And I did the corners there, look. And she will open up like that and stand up. So this one's quite a big one. The other ones are not quite a lot smaller, but a bit small. But aren't they cute? Aren't they adorable? So I was thrilled to bits with that. So I wanted to show you that. Now, let's do the giveaway, shall we? Because I know you're all itching to know who's won this beautiful little journal. As I say, I'm not going to show you what's inside because you can go back and find it in... I might find the video for you and you can have a look in there. Now, the winner. Who's won this beautiful little prayer journal? And the winner is at Wendy England 2530. Here we go, at Wendy England 2530. And I've chosen this out of all of my comments for the season. I just chose one video and then I decided on a winner. So well done, Wendy, if your name is Wendy, that is, because it's not always what you see on here. And if you contact me, please, on private message on Facebook. My name is Angelita Bella Walters. You can contact me on there, or you can contact me on Rach and Bella's private. I think that would be the best. I'll put it in the link in the description where to contact me, okay? So it's Wendy England 2530. Well done and congratulations. And if you let me know as soon as possible, I can get this posted off to you before I go on the retreat. No, after the retreat, sorry, because I'm doing this in advance. I'm getting myself muddled. I'm actually doing this video on Thursday, so no, that's not going to work. So scrap that. I shall be posting it when I come back from the retreat, which will be next Thursday. Anyway, thanks for watching and take care, everybody. Have a wonderful week and look after yourselves. God bless.